Alright, hi, I'm Keith Kilgore, this is Reggie Watts, Because We Care, and we have Sam Wilson and Tyler Lloyd, Weekly Metal Reviews. We're doing our top 10 video games of all time. Start us off, T-Lloyd.
My first one is Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, and that's how all RPGs should be, and it owns, and it was awesome, and I never got 100%, even though I had 99%, and it pissed me off.
Alright, my number 10 was Gears of War 3. It was the first Gears of War I actually played, and I loved with the online multiplayer, playing with friends, and it was just everything I wanted in a Gears of War game.
Alright, my number 10 is also Lord of the Rings, except mine's Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. I have very fond memories with this game. Me and this kid, I used to hang out with Ian, stayed up from 9 p.m. till 9 a.m. one night when I was like 12, and we beat the game, and we did all the challenge stuff and got everything done. Great game.
My number 10 is Midnight Club Dub Edition 3. I sound gangster for saying that, but it's like this racing game where you go through these missions and stuff, and like you get to fix up these cars, like old cars and new cars. It's really cool. Like it's one of those games like over the summer you would stay up until like 4 in the morning playing it because you don't have school the next day, but it's just one of those great games though. Number 9, I have the game Red Dead Revolver. Oh, for the longest time I was just completely into this game. I never beat it. I ended up losing it somehow. I think my cousin might have it, even though he says he doesn't. But I don't know. I really enjoyed that game, and it's just one of those games where you get into the plot, you just keep going. Like it's not one of those games you can just kind of quit. Like you just have to keep going.
My number 9 is Portal 2. I didn't really play Portal 1, but this game, I like it because you have to think, and I mean, all of the puzzles and the challenges, the co-op was amazing, and this game probably would be higher on my list, but there's like only so much you can do with it. There was beat the game on the story, and then beat the co-op campaign, and that's literally it. But all in all, while I had the game, I had an amazing time playing it.
My number 9 was Left 4 Dead 2, and I think it was far better than the original. I really enjoyed the new special effects in that game, and I also enjoyed playing versus in that with friends. It was pretty enjoyable, great multiplayer game, kind of cheesy graphics, but you'll get over them if you play it, trust me.
Mine, number 9, is Sly Cooper, Thieves of Time, I think is the first one. Just being able to go to every new territory and just do all the things and pickpocket, sneak around like a little bitch, and just, you know, get to the bosses, and then it's just, that game makes me so happy to play, and it's just a very happy and fun game, and it was very unique and intriguing, and it was good. My number 8 is Halo 2. This game is just legendary in all proportions. You know, it was kind of one of the first games that had like that badass multiplayer experience for a console, and the multiplayer was just awesome. That's what really kept me hooked in that game. But the campaign was good too. I mean, it was meant to have a cliffhanger at the end to lead you to the third one, but the campaign was just so awesome. Halo has a good story. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, whether Halo is gay. It has a very, very good story to it.
Okay, my number 8 is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and I really enjoyed the main story mode in this game. It was the first game I actually played it all the way through to get like a lot of the extra bonus stuff. Like I beat Assassin's Creed 2, but I was just like kind of like rushing through it, and I really enjoyed the addition of multiplayer to it. It's the first Assassin's Creed with multiplayer, and I loved all the free DLCs they kept adding. And it was everything I wanted, basically. It was the shit.
Oh, what a coincidence. My number 8 is also Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I really enjoyed this game because, yeah, one, there was the multiplayer, which took something that we all wanted from like Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 and added into the game. And also, because it's a continuation of Assassin's Creed 2, they took a lot of the elements from it, made them better, and added things like the whole training assassins, and they added the crossbow, which, you know, was something we've always wanted. Just made the game 10 times better from what it was.
My number 8, the reason it's number 8 is like any other game, gameplay is limited. But I feel Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I don't have to explain this game, just because everyone I think would probably know this game. But the reason I have it so high up on my list is just like, after you beat it, there's like nothing to do besides like going around, do some small missions, stuff like that. It's fun for a little while, but I think it can get very boring. But it is such a legendary game, one that so many people would know, and it's just a very fun thing. It's a good open world game. Number 7, I have the WWE, WCW franchise wrestling games, I guess you could say. Alright, now, the best thing, I think my friend Tony would agree, the best thing about these games is you get to make your own characters, and you can, like, do whatever you want with them, make your own moves, and just, like, I don't know, just go out and, like, beat the shit out of someone. There's so many cool matches and stuff. It's such a fun game that you could just, I could play for days and at a time. Like, it's just a very, very fun franchise, and they have, it's so, it has so much area for creativity, I guess, and, you know, personal stuff. But,
Okay. My number 7 is Soul Calibur 2. They took stuff from Soul Edge and Soul Calibur 1, you know, again, made it 10 times better. It was also the first one of the games to have the special guests, which I think it was Spawn on the Xbox, some guy from Tekken on the PS2, and it had Link for the GameCube, and I just thought the gameplay fit really well. I loved all the characters, the maps were really kind of cool, and there was a lot of customization, which is, you know, a must-have for many good games.
My number 7 is my only Nintendo 64 game I have on my whole list because I never actually owned one, but I played a lot of Banjo-Kazooie, and that's my number 7, and I really enjoyed the game. It was kind of a puzzle game almost, and it was, had a good story to it, and I really liked the playable characters, and you just kind of fall in love with both the characters. So, that's it.
My number 7 was Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. The campaign to this, the story is just awesome, and every mission just has a hook to it that is just mind-blowing. And the multiplayer is just fantastic, and I don't care what anybody says, no matter how much they add to it, or tweak it, or whatever. Not Black Ops, not Modern Warfare 2 or 3, or any future Call of Duties can beat this game's multiplayer. My number 6, though, was Gears of War 3. This game just kind of had everything that the first and the second games were, and they just combined it into one. It was amazing. Definitely has the best story, and that is actually just very catchy and rather emotional at times if you're very much into the story like I am. This is just an amazing franchise. The multiplayer is the best they've ever done. Epic Games, and just good stuff. Very, very good stuff. I love Gears of War.
Once upon a time, I had a dream of a racing game where you'll be rewarded for crashing other cars. And then I played Burnout 3. And instantly, I was hooked. The game not only played incredibly well, for all the tracks were amazing, the cars were awesome, the classes were set up very well. It was a whole new really genre in racing games, and I feel like it really defined future Burnout games. And that's my number 6.
Alright, my number 6 is the most recent game on my list. It is Batman Arkham City. They took everything from Arkham Asylum and made the game 10 times better. There was a lot more to do. There's much more open. There's a lot more areas and side quests to get into. I mean, I beat the game like 2 days ago, but I still have a million side quests that I still have to do. And it's just really fun. The combat system's great, and it's also a puzzle, a thinking game, and it's just a really fun time.
graphics too.
And it has amazing graphics.
For number 6, I'm just gonna go with the whole Call of Duty franchise. But there's one game I want to talk about, and specifically, my favorite game I know there's probably Call of Duty fanatics out there that will say, I'm wrong, this game's better, that game's better, there's so many aspects of this game, but personally my favorite is World at War, just because I like World War II history and stuff like that. I feel like it really gets you in World War II, kind of, and it's a really fun game to play. The story